Good morning. It is officially February 1st. It is barely before noon. I am going to start live streaming for this event in about 25 minutes. If you're new here, my name is Dana, and under the name D.L. Pitchford, I publish unapologetically honest stories with real characters. And it's February, so we're gonna write some drabbles. It feels like it has been months since I have done any writing. I don't think I was able to do any writing in January, like at all. That's like a third of the time available for my quarterly goals. I am very frustrated about this. I am upset. But we had the end of the winter holidays, and then we had a death in the family and traveled for the funeral, and that took out basically a whole week. And then we had this massive snowstorm, which was not as bad as they predicted, but the kids were still out of school for 3 days, which is a lot because that's more than half of my work week. And then I also need like processing time. And then, of course, everything else going on in the world. What's happening in Minneapolis and everywhere, but particularly Minneapolis. It has been very difficult to write. It has been very difficult to feel creative, to feel a spark, to feel like it's worth doing with the state of the world. On that note, though, there is a video that I will link in the description. This video is called Art is Not Enough and You Still Need to Make It by Monica Trinidad. And it was just a heartfelt encouragement to keep doing these creative things. Like, art is a political act. Writing is a political act, especially when your identity is political. I highly recommend that video. Everyone should watch it if they haven't already. It was kind of a little bit of a kick in the butt to, get back in gear. You can't just give up. You have to actually make time for this. So the fact that I was already doing this challenge kind of made it the perfect way to get back into writing after basically a month and a half off, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, I'm not sure how long. I should be in the middle of revising my book, doing the second draft, and I have barely even started it. But doing this Drabble challenge will be a good way to get back in the swing of things, and I'll be able to work on like multiple projects at once. I can write a Drabble that is in my Red Riding Hood world. I can write a Drabble that is from a different character's perspective. I can explore possible ideas for the future. There is so much opportunity in doing this Drabble challenge. I have 28 days to come up with what could be 28 different story ideas. I really hope that's not what happens, and it probably won't be. That is pretty unrealistic, but it's possible. Oh god, I don't need more story ideas. Anyway, it is about time to get my live stream set up. Today I am joined by the remarkable Miley. She is one of my favorite people that I've met through AuthorTube. We have actually gotten to meet in real life, and that was super cool. Miley and I will be hopping on soon. I really hope a lot of people are able to join us. I am so excited about this project and completing this challenge. I will be very disappointed in myself if I don't write a drabble every day, but yeah, we'll see. Look at this beautiful artwork that Leia made for me for the gift exchange. I love it so much. She was actually able to mail it to me. I need to put it up on my board or frame it. This will be my first time using Restream instead of StreamYard, so fingers crossed that it goes okay. I'm a little nervous about that, but we'll see. I meant to test it, to try it out for my January livestream, and then no January livestream happened, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going to need a banner that says today's prompts, which the ones for February 1st are a shattered wine glass and fairy lights. So those can be incorporated into one Drabble. You could do a different Drabble for each of them. You could use them for general inspiration. You could use them, like insert them directly into the story somewhere. Fairy lights could be interpreted in so many different ways. It could be, you know, like an actual mythological thing. It could be the thing that we hang up in our homes. I specifically designed these prompts so that they could be interpreted in a variety of ways and used in basically any genre. So yeah, we just have to figure out how exactly I'm getting this set up. And Miley should be popping in soon, and we'll go from there. So everything seems to be set up. Miley is here. Oh my gosh, hi! Oh, you look so cute! Okay, I just wanted to do a quick chat. It is almost 3 o'clock because Miley and I talked forever. We streamed for like 2.5 hours and then chatted for like another 20 minutes or so after we ended the live stream. Oh my gosh, it's always so great to hang out and chat with Miley. She is the best. And we write a lot of the same type of stuff and read a lot of the same type of stuff. And just one of my absolute favorite people that I've met through AUTHORTUBE. It was a very good and productive live stream. I wrote my Drabble. It is not exactly 100 words. It is 183 words, which I got it down from, I'm not sure how much, like 260-ish. So I was able to cut out quite a bit through editing, but this is kind of a moment in time in one of my story ideas. It's basically a Donnie Darko-esque short story, second person, where teen boy realizes that he has an extra hour. And as the story goes on, what he does during that extra hour, where no one else can do anything, becomes more and more brazen, to the point where he starts doing these not very nice things during waking hours as well. Basically, like, spiraling out of control. It's like cosmic horror-ish, but mostly it's very creepy, weird vibes. It's partially inspired by, it's a cosmic horror video game where you're a psychologist, something Dr. Decker. So one of the patients that the psychologist meets in there is someone who has an extra hour. So it is heavily inspired by that. I found that storyline very fascinating and I wanted to do my own take on it. So this is kind of what that is. So the moment that I wrote for this is basically the moment when the protagonist confirms that this is an extra hour, that this is something he alone can do, that he can do stuff and no one else can do literally anything, even breathe. It's like he is outside of time. I don't know, it was really fun to play with this. This is something that has been in my head basically since I played that game, which was, I don't know, like 2020 or something. I've been thinking about this a lot, but haven't really written anything. I don't know, it's just like creepy, eerie vibes, slowly becoming unhinged. Anyway, the live stream was fantastic. Today has been a great, productive day. I am very happy. Spent like 3 hours doing this stuff, which is more than I had originally intended. Technically more than 3 because I came to my office closer to 11, so it's been almost 4 hours. My next live stream is on Thursday, but I'm going to be checking in with the vlog every single day. We're gonna see how this goes. I just picked this up at a used bookstore. I was looking for a copy of They Bloom at Night for my buddy read with my friends. I am listening to the audiobook, but I really want to get a physical version so I can like mark it and stuff. But I got this. It was so funny though, because the book that we did for our last buddy read was there, and it's like, well, it would have been nice if that had been there when I came here looking for a copy of that, but alas. I have some coffee, and now I'm going to go back home and write my Drabble, and then do some beta reading, and hopefully when I finish that, fingers crossed, I still have time to actually get into the next draft of my book. We'll see how this goes. It is 12:07. I really wanted to already have this done. That didn't happen. That is often how it goes, unfortunately. I picked up this book at the bookstore, and then I got home and talked to my husband for a bit, and then I came down and did a few admin type stuff, and now it's time to actually tackle the Drabble. The prompts for day 2 are churning water and Monday morning, which it is a Monday, so I timed that correctly. I'm not sure if I actually thought about, oh, this will fall on a Monday, so let's use that on that day. I'm not sure I thought about that, but that is what happened. Maybe I did. Honestly, I don't know. So that means it's time to brainstorm. I don't know what to do for this, which is like an issue I'm going to be having every single day. I made these prompts, and to an extent, that gave me so much time to think about what I could do for each of them. Didn't happen, which is fine. I do kind of prefer that. That is more of what I wanted out of it. What I did yesterday was I primarily looked through my story ideas to see if anything clicked with the prompts, if I wanted to do like a little snippet from one of those. Writing Drabbles is so hard, guys. That is genuinely why I decided to do this as a challenge. Yesterday I did not get exactly 100 words, and also like doing a snippet is not the same as doing a Drabble, but it's close, and that's what we're going for right now. We're doing close. Close is fine. So I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to look through my story ideas and see if anything stands out as something that works well with this. And if nothing really stands out, then I'll do some brainstorming for a little bit. I mean, this is all under the heading of brainstorming. Okay, so I've done some brainstorming. I have a general idea of what I want to do with this. I'm thinking meeting on a pier. I'm not sure if it would be like ocean water or lake water. If I want to base it around here, it would have to be lake water, which is fine. Like, I like that idea. But like early morning, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., before the sun rises, but still technically morning, and like 2 people meeting for the first time. Not really sure where this is going, but I'm going to actually do some writing now, and let's find out. Okay, I've got a bit of a rough draft now. I finished, kind of. This is sitting at 185 words. It is way too long, and it definitely, this is rough. This is real rough. It kind of morphed into one of my story ideas, what I have dubbed Red Wine Supernova, but it's vampires. It's a short story, like a horror romance, I guess, since it's vampires. Don't know how it's going to end, so I don't know if it'll be, actually a romance or if it'll wind up being a tragedy. Anyway, so this kind of morphed into, the first meeting of my two characters, my lesbian vampire and my bisexual disaster. Very Chapel Roan inspired. So this kind of morphed into that story, which I'm not mad at because I haven't actually written anything on that story. It's just something I think about a lot. Anytime I hear the song, I am thinking about that story, constantly. And I listen to that album a lot. That is probably, the album I listened to most in 2025. I definitely need to do some editing on this and probably, rewrite most of it. It's not great, but it's a start. I was actually able to get this to exactly 100 words, which genuinely surprises me. I'm not married to any of this. I'm not in love with it, but it is decent and it's definitely better than the first version was. It's so much more concise and concrete. I did a weird thing where I decided to have the dialogue only be questions. I don't know why, just to make it extra challenging, I guess. Anyway, I have a version of this now that I'm actually satisfied with and fully properly meets the criteria of the challenge. I'm pretty happy. And now I'm gonna do some beta reading. I just finished beta reading, so I got to add a whole bunch of points to my district for Evelyn's writer's games. It is almost 4, so I think I'm done for the day. I might be able to get in some more writing or some more beta reading later because I have one more project to work on for beta reading. That one shouldn't take too long. It's, I think, max 5,000 words, so that shouldn't take me too long to go through and leave notes and stuff. It has been a pretty productive day though, so I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty proud of myself too. I'm proud that I was able to get exactly 100 words this time. It was hard. It's hard. Drabbles are so hard. That is why I decided on this challenge though. I wanted something that would be difficult but still very doable. So I am pleased with how it's going so far. Just, 26 more days, gotta keep it up. I'll check in later. Good morning. I look like shit because I'm sick. My oldest was sick over the weekend, fever on Saturday and Sunday, and stuffed up, but then fine enough to go to school yesterday. So it shouldn't last too long. My fever started last night. Basically, I've just got a fever. I'm 101.1 right now. And then I've got the brain fog, so real excited about that. That is the part that makes it hard to write. I had some errands to run today and, plans for getting stuff done, and that's probably not gonna happen. I will try to get in a drabble, but, I don't know how I will feel throughout the day, so I don't know if that's possible. The main other thing I was planning to do today as far as writing work was I have some beta reading that I need to do for my specfic group. It's only 5,000 words, but I was supposed to have it done already, and it hasn't happened, so I need to get that done. Depending on how long that took me, I wasn't sure if I would actually get to working on draft 2 today. Definitely not now. Anyway, I am going to drink a lot of water and take some medicine and maybe sleep some more. It is like 8 something in the morning. My husband just took the kids to school and he'll be out doing stuff for at least a couple hours. I was supposed to have my appointment today that I have every other Tuesday and had to cancel that, but hubby should be getting me some boba because that's what I always get after my appointment, and I want it. It's my favorite, so he said that he would stop by while he's out and get me some. Yeah, I'm gonna take some medicine, drink a lot of water, and probably sleep some more. Good morning. It is February 4th now. I am feeling a lot better. My temperature got up to, I believe it was 103.7 was the highest that it was yesterday, which was fun. I spent the entire day in bed, sleeping off and on, watching TV, YouTube, whatever. I'm in the middle of watching Black Sails, so I watched quite a bit of that. And then my fever broke sometime in the evening, went back down to normal temperatures, and I got my appetite back, which was probably the best part. I hadn't eaten anything the entire day until like 7 p.m. Aside from the boba, of course, because I had the boba tea and I had some Powerade and some water. And that's about all that I had. My husband went and got me some pizza because that's what I wanted. And now he's the one sick in bed. That's what parenting is. You switch off which one takes care of the children while the other one's sick. Anyway, I had the brain fog until like 7 p.m. last night, so I did not get in any writing. I had energy for like an hour and then I was just tired again. So my main goal today is to try to catch up. I want to do the day 3 and 4 drabbles today if I can. I am very frustrated that literally on day 3 is when things get messed up. But what can you do? I was not able to put coherent thoughts together at all. So I'm going to try to catch up today so that I'm not just eternally behind. I also need to go to a thrift store today to exchange a couple pairs of pants. Unfortunately, they don't allow returns, but I can do exchanges. They open at 9. It is 8:24 right now, so I'm going to try to write yesterday's drabble and then go do that, and then I can do more later. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, I have something. It's not great, but I have something. It is 105 words. I do not love it. It's not great, but I'm going to see what I can do with this, revise it, make it better, hopefully not make it longer, but certainly rewrite the whole thing. It's bad. I do not like this, but we'll work on it and make it better. I actually got this down to exactly 100 words. The prompts for day 3 were a fogged up mirror and draping a blanket over a sleeping loved one. I did initially include both, but then I wound up cutting the part with the mirror because it just didn't work. It was taking away from the rest of the story. I am really enjoying doing these, and also that whole thing, brainstorming this idea and doing 2 versions of it and then editing took maybe half an hour, maybe a little more. So I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. And it is almost 9, so I'm going to share this in the Discord and go to the thrift store for a bit and then come back and work on the next one. Okay, I am back from the thrift store, ready to work. I got a couple things. I got a really nice, like, heavy duty but stylish bag. I also got a pair of cargo pants. I was telling my friend that I really want, like, adventure core pants, like what they wear in The Mummy or Lara Croft, Indiana Jones type of stuff. And that's primarily like cargo pants, but it's a specific kind of cargo pants. So I found these cargo pants. They're like a dark olive green, which is one of my favorite colors, especially like colors to wear. And they fit me okay. I'm just a little worried about the quality. I'm going to wear them for a bit to see how they actually feel. And then the other thing I got was a black and white cardigan. It's a little long, but I really like it. The only thing I'm really debating is these pants. And I have them on right now. I'm wearing them to, you know, see how I feel about them, to see how comfortable they really are in practice. And we'll see. Genuinely, the main thing I'm worried about is the quality of them. I don't hate the texture, but it does feel a little flimsy. Not a fan of that. Anyway, it is time to hunker down and work on this next Drabble. The prompts for day 4 are purple eyeliner and an overgrown gravestone. Yet again, no idea what I'm gonna do for this. I need to spend a little bit brainstorming, thinking about stuff. People have already been posting their Drabbles. It's exciting. I love it. Let's figure out what to write, I guess. It's been about 15 minutes. Right now I have this at 143 words. It is less than it was 5 minutes ago. I definitely need to go back through this and decide what needs to stay in, what needs to go. I'm not sure I can get this down to 100 words though. I got days 2 and 3 down to exactly 100 words. So far, like if I don't get this, then it'll be like 50-50 of what I can get to 100 words. And I don't know, I guess I'm probably okay with that. Anyway, I'm really enjoying this. This one's a heavy one. Most of the ones I've written so far have been pretty dark, but like nothing dark is actually happening in them. It's more there are dark things happening around it, or it's going to lead somewhere darker. Eerie. Most of them have been pretty eerie, except day 3. Day 3 was not eerie. Day 3 was pining, and now I'm back to creepy and dark again, which I'm not mad about. I'm going to read this over again, see if I can narrow it down some more, and then move on to some beta reading probably. Okay. I'm having a bit of drainage, and I ran out of tissues down here, apparently, so I need to bring more down here. I just finished the beta reading that I needed to do for my spec fic group. I have another one that I need to do for this month, and I'm going to try to do that today, but probably not right now. Pretty soon it'll be time to pick up kids. I think for now I'm calling it a day. Could have been worse, especially since I was sick all day yesterday. I will be happy with what I achieved today, and now I'm gonna go blow my nose and relax for the rest of the day. Good morning! It is Thursday, February 5th, so today is the 5th. I'm doing my second live stream today. This time I get to hang out with Tanya. I'm still getting over being sick. My temperature went up a tiny bit last night. I think it got up to 101, and it's back down to normal again. Mostly the issue I have right now is congestion. I have a fresh box of tissues, and I have some cough drops, since I'll be talking a lot, and water, and of course some coffee, in one of my favorite mugs. My husband was sick all day yesterday. He is also feeling much better, but he's still resting. I took the kids to school this morning to let him sleep more since I knew I needed to get up anyway. But after the live stream, I am probably going to go back to bed and try to get some sleep. It is 9:42, so I need to make sure I have everything set up for the live stream. Tanya will probably be popping on soon. Most likely this will be a shorter live stream than last time, purely because I'm not feeling 100%. If it were one by myself, if nobody had signed up for this live stream, then I probably would chat a tiny bit, do like 2 sprints, and then peace out. Because, yeah. But we'll be chatting more. That is the fun of having other people on there. And Tanya's great. I'm very excited for this. The first time I did a live stream was with her, and that was like the first time we legitimately like met. We hadn't really talked a whole bunch before then. Gosh, I don't even know how many months it's been now. Quite a few. More than 6 months. Anyway, I am going to get stuff set up. Okay, everything's actually set up now. Just waiting on Tanya. She should be on soon. And then we'll do the live stream. Hello! I'm doing alright. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this is. I hate the stupid logo in the corner, but right now you can't even notice it because your wall's white. Exactly. Oh my gosh, there are already 3 people here. Okay, I just got off the stream with Tanya. That was so much fun. If you don't know Tanya, you should definitely check out her channel. She just did this huge event this past month. I am still catching up on the videos because she did like daily vlogs, but it's so good. Today's Drabble I got done during our first sprint. I did my brainstorming, my writing, and my editing all in that 30 minutes. I am very happy with how it turned out. I think this is probably my favorite so far. It's literally just two friends walking through the woods. Like, nothing actually happens in it. They're just walking through the woods and one is following the other. It is all pining. All pining. The yearning and the pining, that's the best part. I am very happy with this, but now that the stream is over, I need to actually rest. I will actually take my laptop upstairs today so that I can do a little more beta reading. I would like to dive into the second draft of my book, but I also know I really need to rest. I don't know how much the mic is picking up, but I can definitely feel it and hear it. I am so congested right now, and my throat is a little unhappy because of drainage. I really need to rest, but if I take my laptop upstairs, I can at least work on some beta reading for my speculative fiction group. You know, it's funny because YouTube shows that the stream today had like half as many people as the one on Sunday, but it didn't feel like we had fewer people in there. At least not at the beginning. There were so many people that came in to say hi and, you know, see how things were going. But I do think in general, this early morning timing probably not as great for most people, especially people in the US. A lot of people are at work right now, which fair. Me too. Anyway, I am going to go upstairs and get in some rest. Probably just going to get cuddled under the covers with some kitties and watch some TV, maybe fall asleep. I don't know. I only have like 8 more episodes of Black Sails left, and I'm trying to figure out how exactly everything plays out. I wish Ben Gunn were a larger role. He's been in it for a few episodes now, but he just doesn't actually do anything. Like, he's there, he's present, but he's just like a background character who we know is important because of Treasure Island. Anyway, I also should probably eat something. It's noon now, and I have had some coffee and some water today. I have some leftover pizza I should probably eat. Good morning. It is February 6th. It's Friday. I'm still working on feeling better. You can hear it in my voice. But I am outside the library right now, which you can kind of see, because I finished the winter reading program, which means I get to go pick up a pretty mug. I'm very excited about that. And after that, I'm going to go to a coffee shop called The Baked Bean in Nixa. This is somewhere that we discovered because of the Ozarks Coffee Trail. I have not personally been inside there, but my husband has. He went there and got some baked goods, woods, and he came back and he was just like, you need to go film that. You will look in that place and go, that's somewhere to film. So let's go find out. Anyway, I'm going to go inside and pick up my mug now. Mug acquired. I'm so excited. It's so cute. The color is really nice. I would have done an unboxing for you guys, but they just handed it to me straight. I don't have anywhere good or safe to put it in the meantime, which not a fan of. It's hanging out in my cup holder, and I'm just hoping nothing bad happens. And speaking of the Ozarks coffee crawl, I got my stickers. I still have not gotten my sweatshirt, which will have this design on it. Livin' La Vida Mocha. The designs are so cute. I love them. So now that I have that stuff out of the way, I'm going to drive down to Nixa and check out the Baked Bean. See you guys there. Okay, I am here at the Baked Bean. I have not gotten in yet. I'm still in my car. My hair is a disaster. What else is new? So the prompts for day 6 are a school fundraiser and stale coffee. I have, per usual, absolutely no idea what I'm doing for these prompts. So we're just gonna wing it. I am going to try to be slow and careful. My wrist has been hurting occasionally the past month. I don't feel like it was new to just this past month, but I can't recall a legitimate start date. It was hurting pretty bad yesterday, and part of that was because I was trying to stretch it and make it feel better, but it's not the muscles that are hurting, it's the tendons. I'm pretty sure it's tendinitis. So that was fun. I iced it a whole bunch. My husband got a brace that I wore for part of the time last night, and then just after waking up this morning, it felt so much better. But I already know I will be icing it once I'm done with my writing stuff. That's part of why I'm not going to go very hard with the second draft of my book. I'm not intending to touch that at all today, which I have mixed feelings about. I really want to be working on that, but it's just not realistic. I don't want to hurt my wrist more. This is exactly why I need to figure out dictation, but I do feel like trying to start dictation on not a rough draft would be weird, so I'm going to save that for my next project. I am going to go inside now and get to working on this Drabble. So many people have already shared theirs in the Discord server. I am so excited. Time to get out a Drabble and check out this place and eat breakfast. It might be almost 1, but I have not eaten yet. To be fair, I only got up like 2 hours ago. Let's go right. It is after 2 now. I've got the end of my coffee. I also got some desserts. Tasty cinnamon roll and some sugar cookies. I figured my kids would enjoy the sugar cookies, but I'll probably have to share the cinnamon roll too. I got a really yummy lunch in there. That was so nice. The place is super cute and they have lots of really nice looking baked goods. My writing, however, was not as great. I did write a drabble. I have a drabble. I'm not a fan of it. I think this is the first drabble that I've written for the challenge that I just genuinely dislike. Maybe later I will see about writing a second one to see if I come up with one that I like more. Maybe. If not, then, I did it. I need to either get over the fact that it's bad and just live with that it's bad, or write something better. Those are my options. I don't know. I'm just having some really mixed feelings about what I wrote today. I think I will try to write again later, see if I come up with something better. There are 2 prompts, so I can ignore the school fundraiser one if I don't have anything that fits with that. But I wish I had done something like bake sale, because that isn't so specific to school, even though, at least here in the US, a bake sale is typically a fundraiser for school, for the Girl Scouts, for, not usually the school itself, but, the track team does a bake sale or something like that. Or, the art department will do a pottery sale. That would still count as a school fundraiser. Maybe something like that would be better. I don't even know what I wrote, man. It was not good. I'm gonna go home now and ice my wrist and rest some. I'll see if I can get in some more writing later. See if I can get out a drabble I like more. Good morning! It is Saturday, February 7th. It is about 9:30 in the morning right now, and I'm getting ready to go to the moth market that is here at the fairgrounds. My youngest is coming with me. We're just gonna go check everything out and have fun. I finished watching Black Sails last night. It was really good. I was having a hard time getting into it when I watched the first few episodes. It took a while for me to get invested. I don't know. Today's prompts. I can't remember what today's prompts are right now. I kind of wanted to fit in doing my drabble before the event, but nope. So I'll be doing it afterward. My husband is going to go run some errands once we're back, and the kids will be hanging out in their rooms at that point, so I will probably write my drabble then. Alright, kiddos here, we're gonna get going. well, it's been a couple hours since I got back from the moth market, so I just wanted to show off my goodies. Using this bag seemed appropriate. This is from a bookstore in Louisville. Great little place. I got this beautiful print and sticker sheet from Lavender Cowboy Art. I have quite a few of their sticker sheets already, so I got to add to my collection. This is a really cute pendant that I got. She said that she handmade the bead herself. Absolutely gorgeous. And apparently she has some free tutorials on her YouTube channel. I also got this necklace by the same person who made this one, and a few papers and information. I got details from somebody who makes corsets. That was really cool. Picked up this magnet. Absolutely gorgeous. And I believe this is the last thing. This is a little crocheted headscarf. Very cute. Does not at all match what I'm wearing right now. This is possibly the softest wool I've ever felt. Oh, it's beautiful. She said that she hand dyes it, and it's just lovely. She had a bunch of other really pretty pieces that I would have loved to get, but were not in my budget. So I got this. It's wonderful. I am very happy with all the stuff that I found. Oh, I also got like a whole bunch of compliments on my cryptid cardigan. Very pleased with that. But now it is time to write a drabble. So the prompts for day 7 are the sting event, septic, and second cousins. I need to do a brainstorming session and a writing session. I've got my little visual timer that I can use to help me stay on task, and I'm very excited to figure out what this story is going to be about. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes. I have my rough draft of my thing. It is the longest one that I have written, which, 328 words. It is long and rambling, and I can definitely cut out at minimum 100 words. I need to rewrite the whole thing. I don't know. This is decent, though. It is, it's so much better than the one I did yesterday, which, yeah, I decided to just leave it. I'm still not happy with it, but it's probably not as terrible as I think it is. I just realized I'm missing a word here, so 329. I'm going to reread this and edit it and try to get it more succinct. Just better. Like, get it better, because it's pretty rough. It's not terrible. I'm enjoying it, but it needs a lot of help. Okay, I got it to 263 words. I'm pretty happy with what it is now. I think it's just too big of a story to actually be a 100-word drabble. So we're living with this. It's fine. I'm just happy I don't hate it like I hated the one yesterday. I call that a win. There's definitely potential here for something. I'm not really sure what, but I like it. This has been a full week of drabble writing. This week has been especially difficult. I hope the rest of it is not not as hard. I hope that I don't get sick again, because that was the main issue this week. And like, I still have some congestion and some drainage, and it's so annoying. So between being sick and my wrist, which I will be icing as soon as I am done with this, just in case, it really just felt like everything was against me working on anything this week. I barely got anything done on my second draft of my book, so that's fun. My main goal for next week will be working on that in addition to the Drabble writing. But I'm very happy with what I've gotten done. Of the 7 Drabbles that I've written, 4 have been ones that I managed to get to exactly 100 words. That's a huge win. And 6 out of 7 of them are ones that I genuinely like, and most of these have potential for something in the future. I don't know what, but there's potential. Some of them are connected to story ideas that I already have, some of them aren't. It's a wide range of things, but I have written over 1,000 words this week on purely Drabbles, which is so cool. I'm really enjoying this challenge so far. I'm not sure I can really choose a favorite, which is crazy. I do think days 4 and 5 have been my favorite Drabbles that I've written, and I'm really looking forward to what I write next week, and the week after that, and the week after that. This is such a fun project. If you are able to join me in the live streams, that would be awesome. I am doing another one tomorrow, but this video will not be out by then. Thank you so much for hanging out with me while I work on these. It has been such a ride, so many ups and downs. I hope you join me in the next vlog, because I'm gonna keep doing this for the whole month, and check out the live streams. Come write some Drabbles with me.